Hello there. Our quiet weather story continues, but that has its own problems at this time of year with mist and fog. This is how we closed out Oxfordshire on Thursday evening, and that fog has become more dense and may take its time to clear.
That's probably the safest thing to do at the moment, isn't it? Yes. Good morning to you. Hope you're well. Our weather here in the UK has been very quiet of late, but it has been very grey as well. Not a huge amount of changes over the next few days. Anyway, let's take a look at the weather. Good morning to you. Hope you're well. If you've seen the sunshine over the last few days, you have been doing all right, because for most it's rather grey scenes. At least the changing autumn colours have added a little something to an otherwise grey picture.
Let's find out why. Our Scotland correspondent Lorna Gordon is near Gatehouse of Fleet for us this morning, which is, another stunning scene, isn't it? Another stunning place, Lorna. But you can understand, I suppose, some people are a bit concerned about protecting the peace and the beauty.
A few glimmers of sunshine this morning, in fact. Taking a look across the parts of southeast Scotland, we have some breaks in the cloud, same northeast England and the far southwest.
Is it all a bit more straightforward with the weather?
It is to a certain extent, and it's very similar to what we've had over the last few days, Naga. Adds a bit of colour and sparkle, doesn't it, to what we have at the moment in the UK weather-wise. Rather grey scene. This is Morecambe this morning by our weather watcher Greenie. Really sums up what we've got over the next few days.
Good afternoon. It is another cloudy day. Now, high pressure is still in charge, but the cloud, as you can see here, is just stuck underneath that high pressure and it's not going anywhere. For this afternoon, it stays cloudy. It's dry, though. There may just be one or two brighter spells mixed in. Now, the wind is light, and that's part of the reason why the cloud isn't going anywhere. And
Hi there, good evening. 1st of November, and well, it's been rather cloudy and disappointing. At least it's been on the mild side, and October as a whole was fairly mild. We were a degree or so up on where we'd expect. It's been fairly dry. As far as sunshine goes, pretty average.
You're not looking terribly happy about it.
Well, it's very quiet, actually, Sophie. The devil is going to be in the detail, as we'll see in a moment. But we've got high pressure dominating, and that's keeping it quiet. It's also keeping it cloudy and, again, on the mild side. Now, there was some sunshine today to the east of the Pennines. It makes a huge difference to how the weather feels.
Darren, this dull weather that we've been seeing constantly, is it good for fireworks? I think lots of people will be asking.
Depends which fireworks. The ones that go really high up, you might not see too much of them. The ones that are low down, they'll look a little bit brighter and more sparkly. It has been a dull day today. The weather is very quiet. High pressure is dominating. This was the scene earlier on in Surbiton. This pancake flat cloud, at least it's mild. Temperatures were 15 degrees today, and it's not chilly out there at the moment.
Considering it's early November, just the weather this weekend isn't looking too bad at all.
And November is finally here, and we're ready to welcome the colder weather. But for this weekend, we're actually looking at cloudy and quite mild conditions.
Becky, how's the weekend weather looking for all those fireworks?
Brat weather. Brat weather on Saturday. It is ideal for fireworks, because what you want, of course, is that you don't want to get wet, so it's going to be dry, and you want it to not be too cold, because you can't get small children into warm things, and also you don't want it to be windy, otherwise all hell breaks loose. So yes, we are getting all of those things. I mean, frankly, there's very little going on with the weather at the moment. It's a very, very quiet picture, and even as we look back at October, it's still been a very quiet story. We're certainly seeing, well, I think probably a payoff from the news gods, where it's so busy with the news, it's so quiet with the weather, which is lovely. But certainly October has been a really quite quiet and average sort of month. Everyone was saying it was really very warm, but it was just 0.7 degree above where it should be for the time of year. Dry for many and sunshine near average. So I'm going to be testing you on your weather knowledge for this weekend. High pressure gives us, that's right, settled conditions. That's what we've got. Very settled, largely dry, a few bright spells in places, and a bit of patchy fog and drizzle. The patchy fog is down to the fact we've got this very light wind. It doesn't sort of mix the air around much. So fog forms overnight and is slow to clear. So here is a lovely little bit of Did You Know? Did you know that the fog amounts are going to be increasing over the next few days because of all the bonfires being lit, the pollutants in the air?
I did not know that.
Pretty good, that, isn't it?
Learn something new every day.
So brat.
Becky, many thanks indeed.